Hello, didn't see you there. Welcome to the introduction for Friday's reading, which is chapter 5 of the book Wild Ones. When we left off, we had John and his wife and daughter, Wandy and Isla, touring the tundra up in Churchill, and they were on one of the buggies, and Isla was fascinated, of course, by the polar bears that they saw. But that brings us to chapter 5, the last chapter in the section on bears, and it's called The Lift. So I'm not going to give the whole chapter away, but here's a rough outline of what's coming. The chapter begins with an email from a photographer named Cox, and he emails John a very scary video of something that's happened to some of the baby polar bears up in Churchill, and that unleashes a sort of flood of comments and email responses and complaints from the viewers about Cox, the photographer, and also the whole industry up in Churchill. That's the first half of the chapter. The second half of the chapter is actually the lift. So it turns out that in Churchill, if you're a polar bear who gets lost and won't leave the town, you actually get taken to jail. They put you in polar bear jail for 30 days. They don't feed you because they don't want you to connect sneaking into Churchill with being fed. You have to sit in polar bear jail for 30 days. Then they drug you and they airlift you via helicopter back out into the wild, if you could call it that. So John gets invited to go watch one of those lifts. That is the second half of chapter 5. It's a short one. It's an easy read. And that finishes the chapter on bears. So enjoy your reading today, and next week we'll start section 2, butterflies.